Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kyla and I make makeup videos sometimes. I first of all need you to pardon my hair. It is huge and it is wild. I tried something new, like I've been trying it kind of as I wash my hair sometimes, and this is day 2 and it's not looking as good as it did yesterday. So we're just rolling with the punches. I only wash my hair every like 4-ish days, so I still got a couple days to go before I'm washing it, but I'm definitely probably gonna wet it tonight and try to like make it look a little better. Yes. I also look like a ghost. I tried a foundation that I've only tried once before that I got recently, the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydro Maniac foundation. My chin is starting to really itch, and I think it was the spray that I put on. Oh! But yeah, I liked this the first day I wore it. Not when I first put it on, but like after. It like soaked in. So maybe by the end of this video, I will look how it looks better. My chin is super itchy, which is alarming for me. That usually means I'm about to break out. Yay. Okay, so the point of today's video was to try out the new NATASHA DENONA pastel palette. She looks like this, super cute and pastel-y. It is one of NATASHA's smaller but full-size palettes, so I can show you in comparison. NATASHA DENONA is not consistent in her sizings of her palettes. So you have the little baby ones, which is like this size, which I can compare the two. It's a lot bigger. The pan size is bigger. These are the ones that you're going to find in the Beauty on the Fly or like mini section at Sephora. And then you have the next size up, which is her larger size pans, but in only a 5 pan. So the pans are bigger, but it's a smaller like component. And then you have the one that is the same as this, so like the bronze palette, the sunset palette, and the sunrise palette are all going to be the same size as, pretty much, yeah, as the pastel palette. And then you have her larger palettes. I don't have the largest palette, but I have the larger of the palettes. So you have like the Tropic palette, which looks like this. It's the same size as like the Biba, the, what other ones I have up there? That green one. What is that one called? Safari, I think. So you have these two. One of them is a soft cover, one of them is a hard cover. So the pastel one is that hard plastic cover. So it is just slightly smaller pans. You still get the same number of shadows, just smaller pans, which I'm fine with because I never go through shadows like that. And then the large one that I have, which isn't her largest, but still larger, is the Metropolis palette. So you can see the pan sizes are, I want to say they're the same. The pan sizes might be slightly bigger. 128 pieces, total weight is this. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But they are similar in size. They're just less in here. So you get 15 shades. Oh my goodness, my finger went in one of them. No! That's sad. I wonder which one it was. Oh, it was in the Metropolis palette. I really like that palette. So, yeah, it has 15 pastel type shades. Really, really like the colors. When I saw this online, I was like, I have to have that. And so, I don't work at Sephora anymore, so I don't get an employee discount anymore either. So, I waited until the BIB sale came up because it was like right around the corner and ordered it then. Alrighty, not that I don't think these palettes aren't worth their price tag because their formula is amazing, but if I knew the sale was coming out, so I just waited it out. So I'm going to swatch all of them. We have 5 shades across the top. Tool is a pink. Illusion, which it looks like it's a white, but it has, or like a cream, but it has like a pinky gold shift. Mint Frost, Bora, and Dainty. So Mint Frost is a Green Shimmer, Bora is a purple, and Dainty is a pink. It looks like Tulle and Bora are the only ones in this row that are matte slash satin. So let's swatch. It's super soft. I have nothing on my hand already. So not super pigmented with just a finger swatch. That's Tulle. And then you have Illusion, Mint Frost. I'm not bearing down in these super hard. Bora, and then I'm going to like wipe off my finger so I can try to use it for Dainty. Okay, Dainty. Okay, so on their first go, they're not super pigmented. I'm going to try to build it up a hair and see if we can make it a little bit more built. They are pastels though, so they may not be like purposefully that way. Or I should say they may be purposefully that way. So I need that first one. Okay, so they built up a little bit. That first shade is just not super out there. And the second shade is just kind of like not like chunky glitter, so I don't feel like you can see it as well. But we are going to wipe them off. My hand has a little bit of glitter on it now, so we're just going to have to power through that. We're going into the next row now, which is Brisk, which is this super pretty like pastel, obviously, like blue-green. And then Adriatic, I don't know what that means. It's a green shimmer, like a seafoam green shimmer. Starlit, which is like that orangey, coppery red color, but it's a shimmer. Bellini, which is a peach color, and it looks matte. And then Bubble, which looks more like a satin, I guess. It doesn't look as matte as this one and this one, so it's just kind of there. I have a feeling this row is going to be more pigmented. Brisk is the first one. Adriatic. Oh, I didn't get a very big swatch. But that's pretty. Starlit. Ooh, that one's super pigmented. Bellini. Oh, that one is like chunky, so okay. And now I need to wipe off a finger and go into Bubble. Ooh. Bubble is such a pretty color. Oh, so pretty. And those are so, that felt so soft. Those are super, like, pretty colors. That first shade and then the peach shade, the Bellini color, are not as pigmented. But the other ones are really nice. Which, honestly, pastel colors seem to be really hard to do in general. So, I'm guessing that's just, like, how life is for pastels. And our last row here, my hand is, again, still a little bit shimmery. We have Limoncello, which is that yellow shimmer. Duet, which is like a purple shimmer. It looks like it's going to have a blue shift. Airy, which is a blue pastel. Zest, which is a fabulous looking green, neon green, like a lime color. And Feather, which is a pink. It's a very soft pink, like a dusty, rosy type of pink. Super pretty though. Okay, let's swatch them. Limoncello. Ooh. And that's a pretty, like, barely there yellow. I need people to stop texting me. Duet. Oh, there's a fuzzy stuck in my finger. That's pretty. I had a feeling it was going to have that blue shift to it. Airy, which is the blue. That one was more pigmented than I expected it. Two more. Zest, that really cool green color. Trying to build it up a little bit. Can't quite see it. I have a feeling that these are going to show up much better like wet or on like a nice primer. Don't have any primer on at the moment. And now I need to do Feather again, like Feather, so it's like pinky. So that one's pretty. it didn't build as much as I would think. So overall, the shimmers definitely show up much better than the mattes do, which is to be expected of a pastel. Somebody else did a pastel palette. Huda? Do they have pastels? ColourPop definitely has pastels. So given that those were, like, the mattes aren't as pigmented, which is just like the life of a pastel, I'm going to put down my P. Louise primer because I tend to have better results overall with it. You might think that that's like not giving it a fair, like the palette the fair chance, but I know myself, and I know that when I use this palette, I would use this primer because I know pastels in general do not show up as nicely as other like shades would. So I want to give it a fair shot in knowing how I would use it normally. So I'm going to use my P. Louise primer. It is in the shade 0.5, which I think is slightly too light for me, but we're going to use it anyways. I'm probably going to do a different look on each eye so we can give as many colors a fair shot as possible. I did have concealer down before. It was the ColourPop, what is Pretty Fresh? I almost said Perfect. I was like, that's not right. Taking a Morphe brush. Okay, I'm going to start with Feather. I have somewhat of an idea. Feather is that purpley, like pinky purple, dusty pink shade down here. And I'm going to pop that in the crease. Definitely not super pigmented. Let's try to build it up a little bit. Okay, buildable. Definitely buildable. So that one is not a love point for me. I don't love that it's not that pigmented. There she is at least. Okay, so it built up. It's not super bright. So maybe with like a white base it would show up more. I have a white eyeliner. Maybe we can try that, like play with it a little bit. So I have the Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. It's a white, and I'm thinking maybe we can like build up the pastels. I just want to like see if it shows up better over the white. Yeah, it definitely does. So this shade isn't like a super bright shade to begin with, but if you're trying to like build it up more, maybe put it over a white. But it looks good otherwise. Like, if I didn't have such a bright color on my cheek, what am I doing? I didn't even zoom you guys in. If I didn't have such a bright color on my cheek, like taking away from that, you would probably see it a lot more. But it's there. It just took a little bit of effort to build up. Okie dokie. I want to put the Airy color like packed onto my lid. I'm going to use Airy, which is this blue color. Not super, super bright. Yet again, I think it's a theme with the mattes. But it blends into that pink shade really well. Let's see how she looks over this white. Oh yeah, definitely shows up better with the white base. So that's definitely like a selling point, is the white base really adds to it. But that looks, this is like already a really pretty eye look. Now I'm going to take Bubble, which is going to be interesting because it's a darker shade, but it's a matte. So we're going to see if she ends up looking like these where you have to build them, or if we're going to be able to get more color. I should also say that that Feather shade I was using with a blending brush versus like a packing brush. Like if you're going to pack that all over your lid, it might show up a little bit differently. But we won't know because that's not how I'm using it. Ooh, this one is definitely more pigmented from the get-go than that Feather color was. My dad said these here. I'm trying to like blend it with the original blue shade, and it's not blending, so like it blended well with the feather and the crease, but that one blue one right here is not blending super well. So I'm gonna put a little bit more feather in the crease just so it like buffs out better. And it did work really well as like that whole blended look. So, would I wear this as an eye look? Probably not. I would probably use these as like pops of color on the inner corner, or just like a pop somewhere here and there. But it's what we are, for the sake of testing as many colors as possible, it's what we're doing today. You know what I could do? I'm going to take that duet color, which is this one here, and put that in the center with the same packing brush. Ooh, it's pretty. I really like that. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but it gives just a little, like not a glittery sheen, but like a sheen. Like it's not like a chunky glitter, but it just like melted on. I bet this one would look pretty over the white too. It doesn't actually did I even use the right side? It doesn't show up actually as nicely. Let's try putting her on with my finger. Oh, you get way more shine with your finger. It's really pretty. I like it. I like that color more than I thought I would. Like looking at it in the pan, it definitely looks more pink and like not really my vibe. But I like it on the eye. It's cute for a pastel, you know? Like pastels are not colors that I wear all the time. I tend to wear like more warm tones. So I'm trying to go outside of my comfort zone here. So let's take a new brush for a new color scheme. Morphe M433. And I want to take Bellini, which is the orange, even though I said I'm not doing a warm look, and put that in the crease. These do have more kick up than some other shadows. I have like this streak on my lid of it, which is kind of bizarre, but it showed up considerably well considering the color. Like, this shade is very similar to my skin, so it did well. I want to use greens, so I'm going to take the Brisk color. I'm going to pack on this green shade here, which is called Brisk. I have an eyeliner from ColourPop in this color. I think this is one of those that's going to look better with the white base. Yeah, it does. But it still looks good, like on. So I like how that looks. I'm going to give it some more dimension though. I want to pack on Adriatic on the outer corner or like mostly over, and then this one like in the very center, which is Mid Frost. So Adriatic is going like I'm gonna use my finger because that brush with the other light green is not picking this up. It's cute. And now with the Mint Frost. That one is beautiful. That's probably my favorite shade so far is the Mint Frost. Can you see how like shiny it is? It is stunning. I really want to put like a color in the outer, but I don't know. None of these colors go well for that. I guess we're just not going to, because none of these colors are really that kind of vibe. I could try to take Adriatic and like, if it's not too shimmery. But it's not really, it's just a shimmer, so it's not really doing what I wanted it to do. So I really like the pinky purpley side. This side, that Adriatic color did not show up as well as I'd like it to. That Mint Frost though is a whole vibe. Like the other colors on this side really did well, but that one Adriatic color just was not it. I'm gonna play with the bottom so we can use as many colors as possible. I'm gonna use this Luxie 111 mini flat angled brush. I want to put Dainty over here. Ooh, that one really, I'm like skittish about glitter under my eye, but it showed up really well. I'm gonna use some tulle and buff it out. Tulle showed up really nicely too underneath. Okay, that's cute. I like this side a lot. This side, don't know. I think I'm gonna take some Bellini, which we already used. Oh, it works really well on this brush. It like worked even better than the crease. I guess it was blending brush. So, and then Starlit, which is that red. I've been really skittish with my under eye lately. That showed up really nicely too. Is there anything we can pop? Let's pop Limoncello in the very middle. It's that yellow. It just gave like a glittery shine, which was cute. Can we pop Illusion on the other side, just so I can use as many colors as possible? I probably should have looked to see if these are all eye safe. I hope I was in frame for most of this too. That's a really pretty color on there. I think they just need like a stiffer brush than a blending brush. But they worked out really well. That one minty shade is stunning. That Mint Frost looks really good. So I'm going to clean off this brush and blend out my crease a little bit right here, where that Mint Frost just kind of cuts off. And put some mascara on. These would probably look good with liner, but I have to go to work tomorrow and I'm not trying to scrub off liner in my waterline. Ooh, was this the mascara I wanted? No, I don't think so. Maybe it is. I'm using the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions mascara. Even though I said I wasn't going to, I think I'm going to put on some bottom liner. It just pulls the look together. Ooh, especially on this pink side. Oh, it looks good. Okay, I definitely like the pink side more than the green side. I just, like, I wish I could have delved into another palette to, like, deepen the outer corner, because this one just doesn't have a deep enough shade for me for the outer corner. But that's, like, I really like how the shades worked out considering they're pastels. Like, they are not as nice looking as, like, your typical eyeshadow is, but that's just how pastels are. Like, if you guys have recommendations for pastels that are more pigmented than even this, let me know down below. This side looks really good. This side, that one minty shade is awesome, and that, like, it was really just that one green, that Adriatic, that did not work very well for me. But otherwise, it looks super cute. And I like this mascara. What do you guys think? I need a lip. Something neutral. I'm using ColourPop's Oh Snap. What do you guys think of the look? Overall, I like it. I love the pink especially. Like this. I love the idea of pastels right now. I'm super into them, and hence why I bought those ColourPop liner like sticks recently, and why I wanted this palette so bad. And I'm excited to play around like with the Zest shade as like a pop of color, or like this one all over the lid, or this one and that yellow. I'm just super excited about so many of these and their potential. Hopefully, I can play around with them, and if I come up with any more tips to making them really vibrant, I will let you guys know. That being said, thanks so much for watching. Check out my other videos. This palette isn't the best of Natasha's, but it's still like good quality for pastels, you know? Like her palettes are typically super, super, super stunning. So I will catch you guys in my next video. Please subscribe. Check out my Instagram. It's at Make Up My Smile. Don't forget to like and leave comments of what else you want to see. What else do I need? If you know of other pastel palettes, I'm really into pastels right now. Really into them. Let me know down below. Okay, thanks. Have a good one, guys. Bye!